When I was in my last tour, I worked with a woman who went to some of the best universities in America, and she was a terrible case officer. She was just terrible. She just couldn't, pull the, what do you call this thing on a lawnmower, pull the cord. She just couldn't pull it. It's like, ask the question. He's ready to go. So the station chief asked me if I would go with her to her next meeting, because she would come from these meetings and she'd say, he just didn't give me any operational intelligence. And I said to her, just between you and me, and I'm telling you this as a friend, if you carry out an operational meeting and you don't collect intelligence, you have failed. That's a failure. So either terminate the guy, which just means fire him and say, look, this just isn't working out. Here's a termination bonus. It was nice knowing you, and that's the end of the relationship. Or the problem is yours, that you're just not recognizing what the intelligence is. So the station chief asked me to go with her to the next meeting. And I went and I said, that I was a visiting case officer and this is my area of expertise. And so I thought I'd ask you a couple of questions. I got 5 intelligence reports out of that meeting. And when we came out, I said to her, how many reports do you think we got in that meeting? She said, none, really. There may have been one. And I said, incorrect. There are 5 separate intelligence reports we got out of that meeting. And I told her it was this, that, this, and the other one. She's like, man, I just don't have an eye for it. So I wrote them up. And I said, write down everything he says. Even if you have to go back to the station directly from the meeting, do your SDR, of course. But rather than go home and say, I'll write it up tomorrow morning when I get to the office, go directly back to the station while it's still fresh and write every single word that he said. Then you'll be able to do it. So you may be able to get actionable intelligence in your very first encounter with a guy.